primed your eyelids, you got them all ready to go, we are just going to first of all take this color. I'm using the Coastal Scents 88 Warm palette, and we're just going to take this color right here. Whoa, this color right here. It's kind of a bronzy, it's like a brown with a bronze undertone, and we're just using a shader brush like this one, a fairly large shader brush, and we're just going to pick up some of that color, and we're going to place that on our outer, about probably outer 1/3 of our lid, 2/3, outer 2/3 of your lid, like that. And we're going to blend it a little bit into the crease, just a little bit. I find that when you blend a color a little bit into the crease, your lid color a little bit into the crease, it helps to blend out your crease color with your lid color a little bit more. It kind of gets more of a smooth transition, you know. So I'm just going to put a little bit more on, just so that it stands out. I don't know why I'm holding my hair back. It's obviously not in the way. So, just like that. And after that, I'm just going to probably just use the same brush. Just flip it on over to the other side that we didn't use. And we're just going to go back into our warm palette, and we're going to take this creamy shade right here. This one. And pick that up with the other side of our shader brush. And we're going to put that on the inner 1/3 that we haven't put any color on yet. Just like that. And just blend those two colors together very well so that it's a seamless and flawless transition between the two colors. So we're also going to go back with a little bit more of that cream color, and I'm just going to highlight my inner corner and my tear duct area with it. Like that, so we can just brighten up those inner corners. That's like my favorite thing to do now. Every time I do a look, I always brighten up the inner corners, just because that area can tend to get a little dark sometimes with all your dark crease colors and stuff, so it really brightens up the overall look just to add a little bit of color to the inner tear duct. So I'm always doing that now. Now the next thing we're just going to do is take a tapered crease brush like so, and we're going to grab a little bit of this brown in our warm palette. This one right here. Oh, I just dropped the color out. Right here. And let's go in there a little bit with our crease brush. And we're just going to pop this into our crease. So we're just going to take it all the way here, all the way down our crease, just giving that crease a little bit of definition. Like that. Pick up a little bit more. It's always good to start out with a little bit and build your color, because you can always add more color, but you can't take color away. And that certainly can be a bad thing if you add way too much. Like, you're going to have to basically start over from scratch. So start with a little bit and add more as needed. And over here, we're just going to use a little bit of circular motions just to kind of smoke this corner out a little bit and add a little bit of definition to our outer corner here. And at this point, you just want to make sure everything's thoroughly blended, making sure both sides match. Just blend everything out really well. And surprisingly and amazingly, that's all we're doing with our eyeshadow right now. I'm not going to, you can add an underbrow highlight if you want, but I'm really trying to keep the eyes subtle since there's going to be so much amazing drama on the lips. So I'm just going to keep my natural under eye, what am I trying to say, guys? My brow bone, my natural brow bone color. I'm just going to keep it that way to keep it as natural looking as possible. And the next thing we're going to do, I'm just going to take my Jane Mineral gel liner and if I can find it, a small stiff angle brush. Just go into my gel liner and just going to line our upper lash line. I always start from the middle and work my way out. And we're going to wing it out just a little bit. Like that. Just to bring a little bit of drama to the eyes. So once your eyes are nice and lined, we're just going to go over it with some Fabulous mascara. Play up those eyelashes, baby. Just add a couple of coats. That's all you need. So you guys, I just realized something. Like, as I'm doing this tutorial, the sun's slowly setting and it's getting to a point where I'm getting these stripes. Ah, no! It looks ridiculous, but just ignore them for the rest of the tutorial. And I'll try to, like, keep out of them a little bit. I don't know. Whatever. So, now the next thing we're moving on to is the Fabulous lips. Now, before I do the lips, I just want to give y'all a couple of tips because the color that we're going to be using is kind of a dark, kind of a really rich, standout kind of color. But it's really beautiful, and if you get it right, it can work wonders. It can just be beautiful, eye-catching, and you'll be like the baddest female in the room. Trust me. So just a few tips for darker lipstick. What I did was I exfoliated my lips before. You absolutely have to exfoliate your lips, more so with dark lipstick than any other lipstick, because something about the dark, deep richness of it, it just attaches to every little piece of skin or whatever you have going on your lips. So I just use I have an electric toothbrush, so I just use that across my lips. And it's really good because it's using something that I already have, and also gives you kind of like a mini massage on your lips, so that's good. But if you don't have an electric toothbrush, you can use a normal toothbrush, or occasionally I like to make my own lip scrub, just using a little bit of honey and a little bit of sugar, mix it together and scrub it across your lips. And that's good because it tastes yummy. So once they're exfoliated, the next step you want to do is absolutely positively add some of this chapstick or lip balm, whatever you use to condition your lips, because that's also necessary, because especially in the winter dry months, your lips can get chapped again, and then it's showing through your lipstick. So just make sure you exfoliate and you add some of the chapstick, and it'll make your lips super soft and silky smooth. And so the next step we're going to just do is, it's really important to mute out your lip color, because it's just not going to have the same kind of impact, and the color is not going to stay true to color if you don't mute your lips out first. So the thing I like to use, a lot of people like to use concealer, but I don't really use concealer, mainly because I use a concealer that's a little bit lighter than my skin tone under my eyes, just to kind of brighten them up a little bit. So it's not truly my skin, like, muting out my lips, it's making them a little bit lighter, which is fine if you prefer that, but I find what works best is using my foundation, because it is my skin color. So I just squirt a little bit out, a little bit, that's probably too much, oh well, a little bit out on my hand. I'm just going to grab my brush, and you can just use your finger to do this or whatever. Sometimes I use my foundation brush because I only use it on me, so I don't worry about germs or anything. But if you do use your foundation brush, make sure you clean it right after you do this, because it is around the mouth area. So you can use your brush. I like to do that sometimes, and sometimes I just use my finger, so I'll just do that. Just looks kind of crazy right now, like I'm painting my lips with something weird, but just go with it. Like that. Putting it on, like so. And then when I use my fingers, I'll just go back with my foundation brush and just like blend it out and make it look more precise. Patting it on. Ah, those stripes. You guys, this is ridiculous. Ah, stupid sun. Why did I film at this time of day? Ah, goodness gracious. Just ignore them if you can, if it's not too distracting. Oh my gosh. So just like that. Just making it as precise as possible. So now that my lips look freakishly muted, we're just going to go in with our lipstick. What did I do with it? Okay, so we're just going to go with our lipstick, and I'm going to show you this lipstick, you guys. You guys are going to like freak out and think I'm weird and scary for using this. But, whoa, excuse me. This is the color I'm using. It's Revlon's Va Va Violet, number 663. And this looks crazy dark, like ridiculous. But you know what, I don't have a lipstick color like this in my collection, so I saw it and I just picked it up and like, what the heck, we'll see if we can make this work. And it's actually good because purple is the color on everybody's lips this season, so it's actually a really popular thing right now. So I wanted to try it out. It works. If you do it right, you can really pull it off. So we're just going to apply it. Oh, and before you do this, make sure that the foundation you put on your lips is completely dry, so that, sorry, I had something weird on my lip, so that less, why can I speak? Less foundation will end up on your actual lipstick. So we're just going to drag it across, like that. And on top. Making sure you get to those inner corners, because this darker lipstick is unforgiving. So get those inner corners really well. And another thing to make this work is you can use a lip liner that matches the shade of your lipstick and fill it in. That also helps, but I don't ever do that. I really don't know why. Just one more step that I can skip. And just making sure that it's as precise as you can get it. I know it sounds kind of nitpicky, but it's important. Just like that. And at this point, what you can do is, if you don't like the way it looks, if it's too dark or whatever, try blotting it with a little bit of paper towel and then reapplying it, or just keeping it blotted the way it is. It'll make it look a little more subtle. But I don't know, I kind of like it rich like this. So there's that. Now you see why we didn't do that much with the eyes, because look at this lipstick. And you can add a gloss if you want, but I'm going to keep it just matte, just because it is so dark, you know. I'm just going to keep it kind of as subtle as a dark lipstick can get, you know. So there's that. And the only other things I did with the look is I contoured a little bit, and I used this blush from the Coastal Scents blush palette, this pink one right here. So I used that. And other than that, that's it. So here's how it looks in the end. I hope you like it, and I hope these lips aren't ridiculously crazy, but I don't know, I kind of like them, you know. How do I look? Just kidding. Okay, so that's the finished look, you guys. I hope you do enjoy. Make sure that you comment below and tell me what's up. Tell me, you know, whatever you feel like talking to me about. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'll see y'all in my next video. Make sure to follow me on Twitter. And have a good night, day, weekend, whatever time you see this video. And thanks for watching, guys. Here's some love.